I'm just gonna say this one singular bit of commentary. I'm allowed one groan. I'll use it wisely, but I'm allowed one groan. And for the first time ever, the humidifier, the steam is fogging up my lenses, but just in one eye. So, excuse me if I can't read. I can't see. Anyways, Chapter 3, Rebellious phase. The next morning, you walk into the kitchen to find your mother sitting at the table, her calm, mom face at odds with the nervous tick of her fingers as they tear apart a napkin. Mom, what are you still doing there? Shouldn't you be at work? Ricky, please sit down. We need to talk about last night. She saw a blood bag in my room. Look, it's not what it looks like. As your mother, it's my job to explain these things to you. It was a prank. I probably should have done it sooner. That blood bag. But with the move in the fire, Wait, blood bag? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Gabrielle and you, and what you were doing with her. What you were doing together in your room. Oh my god, it's the talk. Oh, wait a second. We already had this talk. Nice try, honey, but I think I remember that. She motions to her chair, and you take it with a resigned sigh. Your mom awkwardly clears her jaw and launches into the talk. You'll always be my baby, Haruki, but I have to admit, you're an adult. After last night, it's clear that things with Gabrielle are becoming serious. Take a deep breath, but immediately realize your mistake as your heightened vampire senses catch the scent of blood. Mom's blood. Not again. You're having these urges. Your body wants things. I forgot urges is right. Just not the ones you're talking about. You bite your lip as your eyes are drawn into the attire. To the enticing pulse of her jugular, your stomach beginning to cramp with hunger. No. Let it grip, Haruki. You force your gaze away, shaking your head to spell the itch to sink your fangs into her neck. As the deadly desire wanes, you let out a relieved sigh. Haruki? Huh? Haruki, how serious has it gone with Gabriella? I mean, have you and Gabriella... Please don't finish that sentence. Mom, look, I'm actually interested in someone else. A grin spreads across your face at the thought of Case, how he looks at you, the glare of mischief in his eyes, the way he makes you feel. This applies to anyone you're dating, especially if there's someone else you're dating. Especially that someone else you're referring to as a certain bad boy. As if by divine intervention, the doorbell rings. You leap to your feet, flooded with relief. I get it. You flee the kitchen to the front hall, yank open the door to find morning sunshine. Case, oh thank God. Case looks over your shoulder and beams a cheerful smile. Hey, Rick's mom. Just here to pick up your son for a little study session. A study session? A study session? I see you turn over a new leaf. Actually, going for the whole tree this time. Rick's been a real good influence on me. He cuts you with a smug grin as your mom chuckles warmly behind you. I'm glad to hear it. Okay, study hard, you two. But we'll continue this talk later, Haruki. Not if I can successfully avoid you. Not if I can successfully avoid you. You slam the door shut and pull Case down the street, desperate to put some distance between you and your mother's embarrassing questions. Whoa, what's with the mad dash? You wanting for something? Don't play dumb. You heard that whole thing, didn't you? Sure did. He nudges your shoulder and shoots you the kind of grin that makes the butterflies in your stomach kick up a frenzy. I should eavesdrop on your conversations more often, so that's the kind of quality info I would cough up in private. Question I have is what brought on that talk in the first place. Well, Mom, what did I mean, Gabriella, last night in my room together? You avenge her a quick side eye and notice the subtle tension in Case's jaw. Do I even want to know what's going on there? Honestly, she overreacted. It was nothing, really. Mom's got a talent for blowing things out of proportion. Sure, moms will be moms. Still, it's hard to miss the sliver of doubt. Lodged in his voice. He listened at an annoyed huff. You know what? Screw this. Years are better than Golden Girls, baking bread, and petting kids routine. You found confusion as he pulled you to a stop, but he's suddenly looking at you with a mischief you know well. You need someone to show you a real good time, which is exactly what I'm here for. You let him lead for a while, but when you realize he's guiding you right toward the heart of downtown, you dig in your heels in alarm. Are you saying? I haven't learned to control my reflexes or my bloodlust, and Astora specifically said we weren't supposed to go into town. There's Gru's door too. Locking you up in vampire jail isn't helping anyone, not the humans, and especially not you. You want to get back to your life? Exposure therapy is the way to go. And lucky for you, you're looking at the best vampire therapist around. I don't know. The best way to learn how to resist your bloodlust is to actually control your bloodlust, and for that, you need a little temptation. Come on, new guy. Don't you trust me? Of course I do. Not. Of course I do, but I don't think I'm ready. I'm ready yet. The reason Store doesn't want me around humans, I can put my cover, or worse, I can hurt someone. The stakes are so high, they literally live for death, and if I mess up, it's not just a mistake, it's gonna be murder. Or, as I like to call it, haunted practice. That's not exactly reassuring. Case tips your chin up to face him, his eyes search yours, and you tremble beneath the intensity of his gaze. New guy, have I ever let you down? Yes. No, but maybe we can practice someplace a little more low stakes. Cass looks around, his eyes land on a small boutique tucked away on a quiet side street. There, one cashier, no customers. That's about as low stakes as it gets. He slides his hands behind your waist with a grin you can only describe as naughty. I'll be this close the entire time. We pretend we're just a regular, not at all deadly couple on a shopping spree. I don't know. Please, new guy, play house for me. Case is ridiculous, wheedling tone. Makes you laugh, and you're overcome by an unspeakable burst of confidence. Practice self-control with Case and get an edgy new outfit for breaking the rules. What can go wrong? I mean, besides everything. I'm liking Fearless Haruki a lot. Before you can change your mind, you link arms with Case and lead him across the street with it and into the boutique. As the door closes behind you, you pause to take a deep breath. Immediately, you pick up the smell of leather and fabric and some unidentifiable scent to make your nose itch. Then, from somewhere toward the back, the unmistakable aura of human. Case jangles your arm, and you snap back to attention. Jangles your arm. Okay, now try to rein in your, what your mom called them, urges. He nudges your shoulder, and heat burns right to the tips of your ears. It's a concentrate on something else. Something strong like a smell, or a sound, or some other physical sensation. And inside the scent of warm, pulsing, delicious blood. Not helping. You shiver as a breath from his throaty laugh tickles the back of your neck. Okay, I'm gonna focus on the music. Cool, rocking, makes you wanna hop on a motorcycle, perfect distraction. His fingers dig softly into the muscles of your shoulders, and you feel the tension begin to slip away as the store's playlist washes over you. Case, maybe move your hand a little lower. Case grins and slides his hand down slowly till it's resting on the hollow of your back, making your heart skip a beat. Don't ask me twice. It's different as the beating of a human heart suddenly moves closer. Just then, the clerk emerges from the back room, all cheerful energy and eager smiles. Hey, can I help you to find something? You have to grind your teeth as the center for blood hits you like a fist in the gut. So Case clears his throat and dresses the clerk with an absurdly sweet smile. Oh yes, you can. I'm looking for something for my companion here. Think sleek, form-fitting, but with just a hint of danger. I got exactly what you're looking for. I'll be right back. You're painfully aware of the scent of blood the clerk leaves behind. She winds into the racks, and you feel yourself inching dangerously close to the edge. Guys, I can hear your hunger from here, new guy. Remember what I told you and focus. Case whispers. Case's whisper brushes the hair on the back of your neck till the clerk returns, holding up an edgy looking top. What do you think? Something like this? You're on the velvet fabric of the corset between trembling fingers. The soft texture soothes your nerves, and soon you feel your hyper-awareness. The clerk will see it. I think I nailed it. What do you think, babe? I think it's time to try it on. Excellent. The fitting room's right over here. As small as the triumph is, you're proud of yourself. But as you enter the small cubicle to change, the best Case is still combing through the racks. Case? Be there in a minute, sweetie. You close the curtain behind you and start to undress. Suddenly, Case's hand pokes through your curtain, holding several hangers and new items. Hey. You quickly scramble for something to cover yourself with. For inside the barrier, hear Case chuckle. Relax, new guy. I'll stand outside the curtain. Unless you need some help. I'll, let you know. You take the hangers from Case, feeling flustered as your hands brush, but you seem distracted as you sift through the clothes. You sift through the choices and hold them against yourself one by one. What's the hold up, new guy? Your style's too good. I love everything. Of course you do. But come on, TikTok. You haven't got all that, you know. Finally, you slide into your favorite items. And when you look in the mirror, you gasp at the badass outfit Case has put together for you. I look damn good. Case whips open the curtain, his gaze sweeping you from head to toe with a self-satisfied grin. Look what you do. You seen how stylish I am. Sorry I ever doubted you. You step out to change your room, make for the register when you feel Case's hand on your arm. Away from me outside. But I have to pay. Nope, I got this. Consider a reward for not killing that poor innocent shop girl. But Case, nah, never argue with your stylist. Now scoot. As you step outside, take a deep breath, proud of yourself for passing your first test. I really think this is gonna work. And in a minute, Case joins you, an unusually smug smile on his face. Not that I'm grateful, but you really didn't have to pay for that. I said I'd take care of it. I never said anything like paying. Wait a minute, did you just... Case, that's stealing. Can't just do that. Don't steal. Don't kill. Humans have way too many rules. Now come on, test's not over yet. Laughing at the look of shock on your face, he guides you to the heart of town. As soon as you enter the town center, your self-control is immediately tested as a smiling man in a 40C service uniform steps directly into your path. Come on, I've won a forest battle. We're running the fundraisers or plant parts of the forest that burned down in the fire. Please take our fly, and your contributions are welcome. As you take the flyer from his hand, you rather drawn to his wrist and the pulsing beat of his heart. Sensing your distress, Case whispers sharply in your ear. Hey, remember what I told you. Focus on something else. Your fingers cross the rough surface of the flyer, the raised lines of the ink, so you watch, mesmerized at the way the edges flutter in the breeze. Calm settles over you. In a minute, you feel confident enough to smile. I love to make a donation. Excellent. Now you for being a good citizen. As you walk away, you bask in the glow of your self-control. Do you suddenly hear a familiar voice shouting your name? Hey, Ricky. Hey, hold up. Libby, I guess you're on your way to work, huh? I didn't realize we're so close to the arcade. Guess I should be glad you remember what I do. Last time I saw you, it made pretty clear you wanted to forget I even existed. Hey, maybe now's not the best time for this little reunion. Hey, you should buy it all. Seriously, Ricky, can't believe you're ditching me for him again. He happens to make great company. The sudden confrontation riles up the predatory instincts. As the scent of Libby's blood reaches your nose, you cast around for something to divert your attention. The cars. Focus on the cars. You turn to the street, shutting out everything but the growling engines and the honk of the horns. Calm gets sealed back into your bones still. Hello, Dr. Ricky. Seriously, could you at least have the decency to listen when I'm talking to you? Your anger fueled by hunger surges. You clench your hands, digging your fingernails into your palms to fight your building agitation. No. Out of focus. We reverse her gaze, crossing her arms and looking to the side as her steals across her expression. You know, when we first met, I knew the coolest things happened in Crimson Beach. So happy that we're becoming friends. Something's going on with you lately. You keep lying to me and pulling away, and I have no idea why. Libby cocks her head to the side in question, but all it does is expose her neck, almost like she's begging you to tear into her pulsing jugular. Oh no. No. Focus on the sound of his voice, not just its timbre, but the actual words, anything to keep the hunger at bay. Makes me wonder if I did something. I think it's working. Calm descends, and you open your mouth to reply. Libby, I'm sorry. I mean it. So you say, I believe it when you actually start acting like a friend again. I see you around here, Ricky. Libby, wait. She hurries off, and your heart pangs with guilt, obliterating any calm you managed to achieve. You feel an uneasiness open inside of you. No. A rush of vertigo hits as your volatile emotions rage out of control. The will closes in. Your heart races, and suddenly it's all too much. Please. Focus on me, new guy. Shut it all out and just focus on me. You're faintly aware of Casey's arm wrapped tightly around your waist, his lips pressed to your ear. Case? That's it. You got this. It's just you and me. You concentrate on his hand, tracing common circles across your back, feeling his touch and the texture of his skin more intensely now than you ever did as a human. And time stands still as you realize that he is the anger you need to get your raging vampire urges under control. Focus on Kay and let him help you regain self-control to improve your willpower score. Stretch. Please, take me someplace quiet. Come on. The stone is heavy as he takes your hand and leads you into the shadows alley behind the arcade. Still shaking when you feel him press you gently against the brakes behind you. You raise your eyes to find him inches away. Remember what I told you about focusing on really strong sensations? The timbre of his voice is low and intense, hypnotizing, but you still hear the town, smell the humans so close by. I don't know if I can focus on any one thing right now. How about this? And with a mysterious grin, he takes your hand and places it from his chest. A moment of shock, then you yank your hand away with an almost hysterical burst of laughter that jolts you out of your trance. That's your idea, serious? What's the matter? You can't handle the goods? The tease in his voice pricks your desire. Take a breath and reach out with a tentative hand. Try your fingers down the line of his throat, feeling the pulse in his veins, then lay your hand flat to his chest, and smile as you feel his heart skip a beat. While his charm pulses wildly against your wrist. What's the matter, Case? Can the goods not handle me? He has to laugh, but you know, from the naked desire in his eyes, that he finds this anything but funny. Your heart races, and by the sly quirk of his lips, you know that he hears it too. Uh-oh, supposed to be calming you down, not getting you riled up. You're gonna have to do a better job, because I'm about to lose it all again. Rush your finger across the curve of his cheek, and knock out the bloodlust. His laugh is slow and breathy, and his eyes scan your face as if gauging how far you can go. So, touching was clearly a fail, but there are other senses we can use to distract you. Like what? Case takes a half step closer to you, reminding you of the wall at your back, but the last thing you want to do is escape. Your big, needless choice. I want to breathe you in. Case's sly smirk sets your nerves tingling, and he leans in and tilts his head to the side in invitation. You breathe deeply, and the smell of him washes over you, leather and metal, and whatever musky scent he wears. Now you gotta tell me what I smell like to you. I smell like danger. Is that a good thing? Definitely. What a jolt. You realize how close he is, how the warmth of his body both comforts you and sets your doors on fire. He murmurs in your ear. Under control yet? Not really. He presses closer, his head brushing lightly against yours, pinning you against the wall. Not too bad, because we're down to our last sense. Well, I guess what it is. Breath hitches in your throat, and you say the word. Taste. He brush your lips to his chin before running your tongue across the pulse point in his throat. He breathes a slow sigh. Vein drops hard against your tongue, and the taste of him, a salty mix of sweat and blood, and a delicious hint of something you can't place, makes you shiver. Oh my god. Your fangs descend, and you take a quick nip, careful not to break the skin. He gasps, and you have to force yourself not to repeat the motion. If you were human, I wouldn't be able to stop myself from biting you. If I was human, I'd let you. The blade of a guard horn startles you. Your heart rate spikes, and paralyzing fear returns as you realize. What's going down? Someone could walk in here at any moment. Case takes hold of your wrist. She gives comfort in you like anger in a storm. Hey, how's that me? I know you're scared, but I shouldn't be. Case, I'm a vampire. What kind of vampire is scared all the time? Look at me, the guy. Tell your eyes. You lift your eyes to his, see something in his face you never thought you'd find. Vulnerability. Look, I'm gonna miss something here. If you beat it, I'd deny the whole thing, but being a vampire doesn't make you fearless. It's a lesson I had to learn the hard way. A look of pain crosses his features as he struggles with memory. You feel his hands tighten on your waist, but he's still careful not to hurt you. When my haunted party was killed, all my speed and strength, and there was nothing I could do to save them. I felt so. His jaw clenches, and he closes his eyes for several moments before meeting yours again. Something like that would make you feel powerless, but I don't let that fear own me, new guy. Just like you're not gonna let it own you. I'm not you, Case. No, you're better than me. You showed me over and over again that you can conquer anything, and I know you're gonna conquer this. So how did you deal with fear after the creation attacked? I focused on what I could control, trying to revenge my cover mates, taking out as many of those creepy freaks as I could. He nudges you, expression softening just a bit. Besides, I had you. Just like you have me, right? Let his words sink in. You realize the drumming energy in your body is subsiding. You sag against the wall. How do you do it? How do you always know exactly what I need to hear? Okay, it's Harlow, mind-reading vampire girl at your service. But despite his flippant tone, his smile lets you know how much your words mean to him. Okay, enough of this back alley rendezvous. I almost be home time. Thank God. But he takes your hand and begins to lead you from the alley. Okay? He spins around and finds Gabriella standing behind you. Struck speechless, her gaze swinging from you to Case and back again. Case drops to your hands, and you swear you see your grind her teeth as Case grips your fingers tighter. Gabriella, what are you doing here? I didn't think you'd be in town. I can say the same thing about you. I can say a few things, myself included. For the fierce growl, Gabriella grabs Case's arm and slams him hard against the wall. Whoa, Golden Girl's gone rogue. Damn it, Case. I didn't think even you would be this reckless. What can I say? I'm an overachiever. You think this is funny? Of course I do. Just because you had your sense of humor surgically removed doesn't mean I have to judge myself on a funeral pyre. You're playing Russian roulette here. Not just the humans, but Hookie's life. In a blurred movement, Case is in Gabriel's face. Silver eyes glowing with anger. His fangs glinting sharp below the line of his lip. Listen up, Edward. Cause I'm only gonna say this once. Nothing is more important to me than his safety. And the only way he's ever gonna be safe is if I learn to deal with his hunger. Hey, stop. I'm making progress with Case. See? Maybe you should start trusting Golden Girl. Because all the issue here is you I don't trust. Case. Don't case me, Golden Girl. I'm over you making me the villain in this story. He shoved Gabriella away from him, then she shot a dark look. Ricky, we don't play any fools you were saying, Gabriella. Look at my kindergarten crew. Give me a call. Case, wait. But ignores you and storms in the alley in the blaze of righteous fury. Once he's gone, turn to find Gabriella's heavy gaze on you. Gabriella, please don't look at me like you're disappointed. Well. Funny meeting you here. His door closes to find the store walking towards you with a malicious grin while swinging 3 shopping bags at her arm. Her nervous laugh bubbles out of you. Hey, Store. Not like a little retail therapy to calm the nerves, am I right? It's alright. This isn't Miss Otterhard. A lot of rule breaking you've been doing lately. Sorry to think you're in the wrong covering. It's alright. Gabriel had nothing to do with this. It was. But to your surprise, Gabriel silenced you with a hand on your arm. It's alright, Store. It's a lapse in judgment. Wait, why didn't she join Case under the bus? I suggest you stop talking as well. That hole you're in is deep enough. She glances toward the busy street, to back to you, tilts her head as her eyes sweep you from head to toe. I'll admit, I'm impressed with the way you handle the situation. But I mean that no one got killed. However, it doesn't mean you escape punishment for blatantly violating the rules. Punishment, that's totally fair. You can see anything past me, Rookie. Not many people your age are mature enough to accept responsibility for their actions. If you have plans for the night, I suggest you cancel them. You have an appointment at the Nexus. I'll send a messenger to pick you up. Her gaze slides you to Gabriella, and she smirks. Both of you. Smugglers is the prospect of punishment, but as the store leaves, you blow out a hard breath, turning to Gabriella for something even more important. We need to talk. Gabriella hops out a laugh and runs a hand through her hair. The tension lessened a good degree. Oh, beyond that, at least. Maybe someplace a little more private than a dingy alley behind the crate. My house is out of the picture, unless you want to face my mom's wrath again. I have someplace I've wanted to take you for a long time. Somewhere we won't be disturbed. Gabriel leads you out of town and into the forest to a shimmering lake nestled against quiet, tree-lined banks. This is the lake Case took me to when we went cliff diving. What if he and Gabriella know this place is special to both of them? This place is definitely not in the brochure. It's amazing. It's more than amazing. It's special on a whole other level. Come here. She laces her fingers into yours, leads you to a spot by the lakeside. She takes you by the shoulders, turns you left and right. What do you... Shh, just wait. Another few adjustments to your position. Then, finally, she nods. There. Now, say something. Like what? Anything that comes to mind. Okay. King of the world. Even as the words leave your mouth, it's found by the echo of your voice, bouncing off the water, and then by mountains to finally fading off to the distance. Oh my god. Right? It's a natural phenomenon. One of the few places in the world with perfect acoustics. Gabrielle's face, see reflected the wonder and delight you feel yourself. The warm spreads through you. The warmth and contentment you always feel in her presence. Then her face, fuck you, then her smile fades. Gabriella, look, I won't be upset that you went into town with Case, put yourself in danger, but Story was right. Wait, what are you saying? She was impressed with you, and I'm too. Whatever Case says, I know how strong you are. You always have been. And you're adapting to this life a lot better than I did. Better than I ever hoped. I'm proud of you, Rookie. I feel like there's a but coming. I can't stand back and watch the Case constantly lead you into risky situations. So I could have decided to banish you. And if I'm totally honest, I feel like with a frustrated sigh, she turns away from you, and you get the feeling she's trying to put into words something she's been reluctant to say. Gabriella, do you also think Case would get me killed? Not on purpose, no. But you know what they say about good intentions, and Case isn't known for his stellar decision-making skills. You sigh and turn your face to the lake, taking momentary solace in the beautiful surroundings. Then you ask the question that's been plaguing you since you left the alley. Gabriella, why don't you tell the story that Case was the one who brought me to town? Because I'm not the kind of person who throws people under the bus. Not even Case. And if a story is out for blood, then I want to be there to protect you. The warmth in her voice, and the way she also obviously cares for you, tells you your heart. You turn to face her fully. Gabriella, thank you for always looking out for me. It's not easy being the new kid, but from day one, you had me by back. You have no idea how much that means to me. Once again, your words echo around you, and by the look on Gabrielle's face, they're echoing inside her too. And in the lingering silence, you get the feeling something special has happened, something that's brought you closer to Gabriella than you've ever been before. She draws her fingers into yours and sighs something that sounds like regret. I guess I should take you home now. It's gonna be a long night. You need rest. Yeah, thanks for bringing me here. Thanks for bringing me here, though. I'm glad I got to see something beautiful before whatever tonight brings. Sensing your hand is quiet, Gabriella gives your fingers a reassuring squeeze. Hey, listen, I don't want you to worry, okay? No matter what happens, I'll be there the whole time. Plus, I back in B. What's your first offense? It's a vampire anyway. It's gotta mean something, even to a story in Lewin. Yeah, of course. But as you remember a story's vindictive grin, you can't help but think, I wish I could be so sure. Later that evening, a stoic messenger delivers you to the Nexus, where you find Gabriella waiting for you. You made it. Smiles reassuring, but you take her hand. You're pretty sure you feel a slight tremor. She's nervous too. Come on, you'll wait here until they're ready for you. Messenger ushers you into the holding chamber, and you enter with Gabriella by your side, and dread building in your stomach. You hear the eye beat of one freshman late to the party. Leaning against the wall, Case looks up from his casual expression at his fingertips to grin at the two of you. What are you doing here? I did the heat for you. Don't you know a gift when you see it? Don't be such a mentor, go. You think I was going to let you take the credit for my mischief? Besides, I don't even want to imagine how much more insufferable you'd be about getting punished instead of me. But when his eyes flash to you, get the sense that his presence has nothing to do with Gabriella. He wants to protect me too. Chase, you're such a narcissist. Hey, that's the word brand belongs to me, and as everyone else, I'm not the sharing. Silence falls over you, and you clench your hands, still shaking. A quick glance at Gabriella shows you she's more somber than you ever seen her. Case, on the other hand, clears his throat and gives Gabriella a cheerful nudge to the shoulder. Hey, first time the penalty boss go to go? Quit it, Case. What? I'm sure it's getting a little too heavy for my taste. Somebody had to break the ice. Guys, please don't start now. Now dread in your stomach cinches tighter, and you feel a sudden fierce need for reassurance as your unknown punishment looms. He reaches your Case and instantly links his fingers tightly with yours. He gives him a little shake to draw your attention. Hey, don't worry. I've read this over brand enough times that I know exactly what to put on a wound to make it heal faster. Okay, but if I still hold my hand when it happens, why else do you think I'm here? Suddenly the door swings open, stopping your conversation short. Still lure straight in, bringing with them intense energy. I ran out of time. Let us get to it. Well, I don't enjoy this. Every crime deserves its punishment. Feel the blood drain from your face. Sloan takes out its terrifying brand, tipped by a wicked-looking needle that shimmers silver in a dim light. Give it attention beside you. Now you look at Case. His sarcastic smirk is gone, replaced by dawning, realization, and then dread. Case, what is that? That's a whole new world of pain. There it is. There's the ground. See, I held it in. I held it in to the end.